Welcome students in this question and answer session of chapter 1, that is crop production and management for class 8. So this is question answer of chapter 1. First question is, state the difference between multiple cropping and crop rotation. Give examples. So what do we mean by multiple cropping and crop rotation? Raising more than one crop on the same field during the same season is known as multiple cropping. And crop rotation, it is the process which helps to retain the fertility of soil. These crops are grown alternatively. Examples are multiple cropping, wheat and mustard, and crop rotation. What is wheat is grown in one season and sugarcane is grown in other season, so that they maintain the fertility of the soil. That is. Second question is, explain the nitrogen cycle with well-labeled diagram. So the answer is, the process of nitrogen being used by the plants and animals and then released back to the atmosphere is called nitrogen cycle. It means it is the circulation of nitrogen between living and non-living. The steps of nitrogen cycle are nitrogen fixation, nitrogen assimilation, ammonification, nitrification, and denitrification. So here we have to understand nitrogen cycle through the diagram. If you can see this, what happens during this cycle, that as I told you, the circulation of nitrogen, gaseous nitrogen, between living and non-living organisms. So here atmospheric nitrogen is fixed by certain nitrogen fixing bacteria which is present in the root nodules of leguminous plant. They convert that gaseous nitrogen into the usable compound of nitrogen, and then that nitrogen product is absorbed by the plants, and plants utilize that nitrogen. Then that plants is being eaten by animals, and then that nitrogen compounds always come to the animal's body, and then after death and decay of these plants and animals, the nitrogen compounds is get converted into ammonia with the presence of certain decomposer bacteria, and then that ammonia is get converted into nitrite or nitrate by nitrification bacteria, and then that nitrogen compounds is utilized again by the soil. But there is some denitrification bacteria present in the soil that break down that nitrogen compounds into gaseous nitrogen, and it get back to the that atmosphere again. That is how nitrogen is circulate between living and non-living things. Here is the third question. Explain Rabi and Kharif crops with examples. So first of all, what are these crops? Kharif crops are the crops which are shown at the beginning of the rainy season, that is during the monsoon. Example, it grows or it's shown in between April and May. These crops are known as monsoon crops. So these Kharif crops requires a lot of water and hot weather to grow, and these kind of crops are harvested in September and October. Majorly it is rice, maize, cotton, jowar, bajra, etc. And then Rabi crops. Rabi crops are the crops that are shown at the end of monsoon or at the beginning of winter season, that is in between September to October. So these crops are also called known as winter or spring crops, and these kind of crops are grown in they need warm climate, that is warm climate is required for seed germination, and cold climate for the growth of crops. So these are majorly Majorly they are wheat, gram, peas, barley, etc. And these kind of crops are harvested in the month of from March to April. So that is about the uh, introduction about it. That is about the information about Rabi and Kharif crops. Okay. So we'll next see the next question. The question number 4. So here is the question number 4. What are the advantages of plowing the soil before sowing the seeds in it? The answer is loosening of soil can improve air circulation. It means air could penetrate deep into the soil. The roots can penetrate deeper into the soil, thus holding the plant firmly. So that if air will penetrate into the deep of the to the earth, soil, that root also can penetrate deeper into the soil, and then they can hold the plant firmly. Plowing also enhances the water retention capacity of the soil. That plowing also uproots the weeds growing in the field, which is the unwanted plants, and it also helps in the growth of microbes, which are some microbes are farmers friend. They also produce humus for the soil, which maintain the fertility of the soil, and some earthworms, they also turn the soil so that aeration will be taken place, and their excreta will produce humus that also maintain the fertility of the soil. Here is the 5th question. How can we improve the production of crops? That as we know that we have huge population, so for that we have to cultivate crops in a large scale. So that how could we improve that production? So there should be there is techniques that helps to improve the crops. First, that is to increase crop production, we have to use better sheets, better irrigation facilities, and improve implements. That is the advanced implement we have to use. And then using manures and fertilizers in adequate amount, that also helps to increase the crop yield which is necessary. And we have to also use hybridized seeds, which is that are used to obtain crops with desired quality. So what is hybrid? Hybrid seeds are that kind of seeds which gives you the desired quality of the crops. Here is the 6th question. Farmers these days use a mixture of manures and fertilizers. What do you think the reason behind it? Explain. So answer is farmers use a combination of manures and fertilizers in their field to replenish the nutrients. The use of fertilizers has helped farmers to get better yield of crops because they are rich in plant nutrients. And manures, the use of manures improve the porosity of the soil to make the exchange of gases easy. Porosity means it makes the soil porous so that air could penetrate deeply into the soil. Here is our 7th questions. Question, why are pea plants sown in a field after a crop of wheat is harvested? So students, we know that pea plant is a leguminous plant, okay, and that leguminous plants having nitrogen fixing bacteria present in their root nodules that can fix the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates, and that enhance the quality of soil. And after that, when we grow another crop, that kind of crop will get all kind of nutrients. So that is why pea plants sown in a field after a crop of wheat is harvested. Like, because pea are leguminous plant, these are plants which fix nitrogen of atmosphere into nitrates, which have been used by wheat. They are also down with wheat. That means they are decreases. If a crop is shown many times on a piece of land, then the land loses its fertility. Therefore, the pea plants are grown to maintain fertility of the soil. Okay, students? So, this question 8 is, give reasons. Some crops are harvested in summers and some others are in winter. So, student, it is mainly depends on the type of crop, what kind of crop it is. So, if crops are shown in winter, it will harvest in summer, and if it is shown in summer, it will harvest in the in winter. So it depends upon what kind of crop it is. If it is kharif or whatever it is rabi crops. The next is manures are added to the soil. Why we add the manures to the soil? So these manures are rich in some kind of nutrients. So nutrients required for good growth, better health, pest resistance, higher productivity, and that is why we add manure to the soil. Clear? The next is the soil is tilling or tilled before showing the seeds. Why we tilling? So soil is plowed or tilled for making soil loose, more uniform, have more air gaps to facilitate water or nutrient flow to the seeds and to the roots of the plants. And also that tilling helps in microbial growth, like some kind of bacteria, some kind of fungi, etc. And even earthworm also helps to make the soil fertile during this tilling. Next question is, drip irrigation is more economical than a sprinkler irrigation. Why? So students, drip irrigation needs less water. There is less chance of that is water. The water is fed only to the roots. Water is fed continuously, so less water evaporates into the air. Sprinkler also wet the land between plants and drench the leaves and the stem, so more water is used. So basically drip irrigation need less water because there is less chance to waste that water. That water only go to the root part drip by drip. But in case of a sprinkler, it may be there is more possibility to wastage of water, because we know that root needs water, but that sprinkler system also helps to like wet the land between plants and drench the leaves and the stem, so more water is used, as well as we can say that it may be wastage of water taken place. So that is why drip irrigation is more economical than sprinkler system. So students, here is the next question. Ninth question, distinguish between manure and fertilizers. And students, just do write in your copy as it is given in your video, and that is given in your book, so you will collect from your book. So what is manures basically? Manure is an organic substance. Fertilizers are inorganic substances. Manures are made up of with the dead plants and animals, or dead rotted parts of plants and leaves and all things, and like cow dung. Fertilizers, they are made up of in the factories with some chemicals. So they are basically chemical substances, and these are biodegradable. Manures are biodegradable and fertilizers are non-biodegradables. Manures are actually a compost, or it is heavier, so it cannot be easily transported. But fertilizers are chemical substance and it is easy to transport. The manures are eco-friendly. They will not harm the soil. But in case of fertilizers, fertilizers can cause soil pollution and water pollution. So they can cause soil pollution as well as water pollution. How it will causes water pollution? When these fertilizers will flush to the through the rainwater into any water bodies, it could pollute the water. So here is the 10th question. Write the equation involved in nitrogen fixation. Here are given the steps or the chemical equation or reaction. So students, please note it down in your copy. It is also given in your book. So note down this equation in your copy. Thank you. Thank you, students.